mid. Is he going to be able to pull the trigger? Oh, the group herd mentality from Complexity as they just begin knifing them down, but it does not go their way. Zantares at the end being able to convert that one. So peek on through. Oh, the crouching Julies. Here they are. Elise taking down 1 and 2 here for JT. Jumping on through is Whitaker, but he's not going to be able to find anything for himself there. 4 versus 1 with Woxic now crawling through his dead comrades. Is he going to be able to find anything close range with this block? He's facing down a barrage of bullets with these Julies, and oh, he does find 2. Looking to swing now inside of mid, and okay, taking down Bullzerk, bringing this now down to a 1 versus 1. Amazing from Woxic.
That's absurd. He's even managed to get into this position, and
we need to see Floppy commit onto this site early on, find this kill if he can, and oh, well, position spotted. Woxic still has util to play with. Flash goes up. Floppy holding quite an aggressive angle, waiting for him to swing directly into him, but Woxic, too strong, knows exactly what he needs to do there, and with a 4K to be able to open up that pistol round.
Consistency and some of the heavy fraggers like Zantares, you know, just being this beast for Eternal Fire for the longest time. Woxic has blown hot and cold. He actually had a bit of an off, very little to show for it. JT has a flashbang. That's basically it.
That is all she wrote for this round. I mean, Complexity, they've got to be pretty happy with finding of Calyx over towards A, just in case he needs to stab his opponents in the back. But Elite sneaking on through the smoke. We might have caught them unawares, and he did, but Zantares and Major are there to pick up the pieces. And the AKs
that they've discussed, their coaches also mentioned this in the past, like at the major, everyone was quiet, no one was coming with each other once things started to go poorly, but they started the round in the best possible way. Major found and fragged by Floppy's A4.
Yeah, very, very aggressive there from Major, but you kind of got to get up in the face when you've got that Mac 10. But it's a hold here from Grim to be able to take down both Zantares and Woxic to leave us with Calyx in a 1 versus 4, and with only the Galil.
He's had some really stellar performances at the major, obviously. Since then, he's dropped off a little bit again, understandably so. The molly spreads and the kills start coming through thick and fast. The site falling. It's going to be down to a post plant.
And take down those 2 holding players of Complexity. There's your 3rd round for Eternal Fire, starting this game off pretty damn hot.
Major's not adverse to the idea of getting aggressive with Mac 10s and being the first player in if he needs to. He is a proper sacrificial IGL in that regard, as the molly's going to burn alive Calyx. Floppy finishes him off, and as Zantares, speak of the man, may be able to deliver a couple of insta headshots. The leech is going to go the way.
Not there for them. They are going to rebolster this dark angle on the other side. Major, as you mentioned, incredibly strong, dominant force, but plenty of util to play with. Just going to be waiting for the smokes to fade and their ones to plume. With the flash going on in, here comes the entry. Whitaker onto the site, trying to find that opening kill by Pillar, but it's JT who finds one. Traded straight back. Grim's still going to be on the back site, but completely smoked off. He's cut in half the bomb site, but there's an angle there. Thought he saw a ghost as he begins just tapping as that smoke fades. It's planted for both of them. Amazing angles here for Woxic. And with Asia, is he going to be able to swing? Find them before they're expecting it. On the back line, there comes one. Floppy's got to commit. Takes down one. Looks for the second now. He knows he's inside of dark. He's just going to stick it. He does have a kit. He is going to hold. He needs to go for the swing. He's run out of time. Pros don't fake, and he finds that kill as well. A 2nd round on the board for Complexity.
He couldn't afford to go for that wide swing. Woxic had the post-plant position in his favor. That's a win he's got to get in that 1v1. And it is the difference maker. Now, with a post-plant, there's going to be options available. Eternal Fire hemorrhaging a lot of casualties means their buy is going to be pretty rough here come the end.
Just holding the angle with that AWP, trying to bait Floppy a little bit here, who does have to fall back off the back of that Molotov. Looks like about to reveal that he's got the big green in hand, but he's taken down 2 in Zantares and Calyx. Smokes a fall as well. When, oh, well, blind, still able to find that kill on the timing. And Woxic, he's not done with this angle as of yet.
But considering that he's on the complete opposite side of the spectrum to Woxic, who's just making moves back on canals with 30 seconds left, it's so difficult to see how they can get success out of this one. Now, if Major can lock it down, maybe there's a post plant in. He's going to wait, line them up. Double spray is good. And that's going to be a plant potentially, but no, Woxic's been caught out. He's been dealt with, and with 15 seconds, that's probably all she wrote.
was so unfortunate. Major had them dead to rights, and getting that other kill it's brutal. Yes, it's amazing to continue hurting the CT side economy, but as he began lurking away, he took the short angle and went through the water instead of lurking and doing your long swing to ensure he didn't make any audio cues. The second that Floppy heard it, we might see it in the replay. We don't, unfortunately, but he hurt the timing and the audio cues of the water.
Flashing out a leash to peek into middle. He could get caught. Flashbang is good.
Needs to come up absolutely ballistic here. 50 seconds on the clock, plenty of time for Eternal Fire to play with, but they're going to cut that in half as they get that bomb planted. And wow, on the sidelines, Major going to be able to take down one with the bomb going down the leads. The only face facing so far, nade comes in. They're going to be able to recover at least one or more of those AKs. And this is looking for another round here that Eternal Fire are going to be able to convert. Xantares with the AK as well. Where did this go wrong for Complexity? Potentially a misread on their econ. How they were going to play it, a slow... Oh, wow, okay, never mind. So surgical with their precision on that site.
That's a sick retake. But that in essentially is the difference between a team that's limping through with an AK and Eagles and no real utility by this, and now they have the AK to try and punish.
Oh, Unleash shutting down What's It before he even gets an opportunity to get started in round number 8. You know how influential he's been. Xantares inside of mid. He has an inkling he spotted one out here, and he does, but not ready for the angle that Grim was going to swing him on. They're going to re-rotate back towards that B-bomb site, but inside of under this time.
That's just looking way too easy for Complexity. Winning out on their Jules 1v1s. And what's a real concerning sign is that Calyx, a guy that's really had an upward trend in his individual performances as of late, he is 1-8 right now. He's having a horrendous start to this game, being pummeled left and right. And he has no real hopes here of getting anything done. He's going to try and rotate to the other side of the map. He does have the bomb.
Has time, but the second he starts steps there, he no longer believes. Gonna be able to find that kill onto Grim though, which we were questioning him on quite a bit in the pre-game. For decent reasons. Eternal Fire, they looked very crisp, very clean on this map in recent history. The past 3 months, as we mentioned time and time again, yet to drop a single, once again. Major being the solo player surviving from the previous round, having that AK. They almost converted last time they did this over towards the A bomb site. Let's see if they can do it on B. Grim hasn't been cleared. He's taken down 2. I think this round's over and done with already, if I'm completely honest. With Grim backing him up. There you go. Get your ace, my friend, as he finds himself. Usually comes down to this B-site hold as well. This time it's going to be Floppy solo. They've dictated the pace a little bit differently this time round. Instead of it being the JT and Grim show, they're pushing into mid instead. And wow, Ali through the smoke. He's going to be the one with the AWP this time round. Takes down one of his opponents. And now with JT shutting down Calyx also. It's a 7th round on the board for Complexity. Eternal Fire, Ali with this nade. It could do quite a bit of damage here. And well, it's a smittering on Xantares and Woxic as he falls bomb back through cams. And now Major pushing on up. Ali just heard all of this, communicating it to the rest of the squad, but need to try and find some opening kills. The lurk over towards main. Hulzuk needs to come up massive here, and they've been able to take down absolutely everyone. Calyx has been heard through the fire and the flames, pushing on through this one. It's 8-3 to Complexity. And Grim. You can't keep getting away with kills like that.
It's mind-boggling to me, the lack of This is a team coming into the event that, for all intents and purposes, should have been one of the favorites on paper, statistically. But right now, Major is leading the charge, quite literally with 2, and gets his 12th kill before he's shut down.
Trousers firmly around his ankles when he gets taken out of the server. That knife in hand, Grim does get away with his life, and he lines up both of them, but Wacardia, it's 2-9 now, looking to find his 3rd kill. While Hulzuk, while full HP, has that big green in hand, but you can't whiff your first shot. We'll have to wait and see. Complexity execute out on this A site. Bomb is now going to go down, but Hulzuk going to be holding fast by the rear. Does get gunned down, but with the bomb planted and only 1 kit in the hands of Major, Alij needs to shut down this rotate before it even gets started. Here comes a flash, and he's not going to be good for anything here. JT falls to the wayside. Floppy, it's all on you. In a 1 versus 4, needs to find that CT kill. Oh, it's labored, and he's going to get punished for it by the pistol god that is Woxic. But it needs to be a number of rounds chained together before I'm convinced.
And it's also going to be difficult to deal with Complexity's force buy that's coming up. Now, of course, 600 as opposed to the 800 that you now get for the post plant, so it's going to be harder to string together some Galils.
Digging into Complexity's playbook, it would seem, to hold on and ensure they don't get lurked upon. Here comes your Molotov in to be able to force them both out of dark and potentially into the line of fire of Grim as he holds outside, but nobody home so far. Time is ticking down. Cardia managed to find Floppy with Grim picking up one. Unfortunately for him, not a second. But here comes the overwhelming force. Two players. JT finds that frag. Calyx on the back line shuts him down before he can go any further with it. Galil versus M4. It's the Galil with Elise that comes out on top. Woxic nowhere to be seen. No information given at this current point. He needs to get the bomb plant as soon as possible, but he left.
They took a fair amount of skulls alongside their loss, but the problem is with no post plant, they can't do much to really make the most of it into this next one. I'm not expecting to see much more than maybe some Deagles in play. I'd be amazed if they force sport into this round, as it effectively would wreck their own economy and give Eternal Fire a golden ticket back into an even keel matchup.
Any 1D they can find, and Calyx respects it. He falls back. Vicardia, I think he knows. I think there was a shadow. There was something that's put him on edge here a little bit as he's re-evaluated his position. And, oh, okay, maybe he doesn't know, but he does swing back on through. Vicardia good for two. Make that a third as well. Swaps it out to the USPS with Woxic there by the wayside to be able to help him out. Elige full position. Deagle in hand. Head gone for Xantares. Now, it's only an M4. There's no bomb to be found, but if he can continue making economic dents to that M4, not bad for the CT side. Only losing one and then recovering the weapon. They're going to be very happy with that one. Complexity, not so much.
Yeah, pretty much half of the course. If you're Eternal Fire, you'll be relatively happy with the outcome. You could argue they're already in that position, but keep in mind that Anubis is very T-sided, especially between these two teams. Oh, that's a beautiful kill to kick things off from Calyx.
Yeah, just as that smoke was fading, saw the legs and thought, you know what? I'm going to go for it. Taking down Grim, an incredibly influential player. 18-12 was his scoreline. He's not going to be able to add to it any further here. With Cardio off the back of the swing with a flash there from Woxic. Works wonders. Hulzerk dropping Woxic to the fire and the flames, and with JT opening up. Hot-footed out of there, over towards CT. Take a little dip in the pool and get themselves a 9th round.
Woxic's woes continue here. He's not quite having that same mark that he'd like to see. Wacardia try as he may. It's a valiant attempt, but he's basically left.
Especially on Anubis. Complexity seem to have their number right now. You mentioned it, Vince, that the last round was the round that mattered. It separated the men from the boys, and well, off the back of having the full rifles, Complexity, they come out on top. They do lose one early on. JT falling fatal. And Elige doing the same here. Calyx looking to get aggressive inside of mid with Woxic picking up Grim and Hulzerk there for the trade. Now in a 2 versus 3 situation, Macardia. Oh, look at this little lurk. And he's not going to be expecting him to be that close. Floppy through the fire, takes down one, looking for the next 2 as well. Molotov goes in completely whited. He's going to be able to convert that round, is Major.
As we're going to see it now on the replay, the two of them held this down perfectly. The trades were on point, and it really allowed the rest of Eternal Fire that foundation to build off. Vicardia did a good job of stalling as long as he possibly could, and Floppy couldn't do much. And they've got a Galil in play for Hulzerk additionally, so real back and forth encounter, but 4 players already sneaking their way into main. Flash is good, and the spray's not there from Xantares.
Major going to be able to convert and trade that straight back. Elige and Grim, good for their opening 2 kills. Bomb going to get planted very early on into this round. And you talked about the weak weaponry here for Complexity. Let's talk about it for Eternal Fire as well. An MP9 and a FAMAS in play for this one. It's certainly not an easy round for them to be able to win. Wacardia on the back lines with the only real Wacardia soon to be shot in the back, but no, evidently not. Complexity with off the back of that smoke. They're stuck. Hulzerk, here's the bomb getting tapped, goes for the swing, and JT going to be good to be able to take him down. Hulzerk still an unknown quantity, but here's someone through.
Complexity will be in a very good position to seal the deal for this matchup. The white swing from Wacardia gets nothing, and Woxic goes the same way.
Completely felled on this A-bomb site. Eternal Fire now inside of T-spawn. They realize how weak, ready and waiting to hold this crossfire. Xantares, Deagle Demon, going to be looking for at least 1 tap here as he finds Elige, does manage to convert. That's another AK on the ground if Major wants to get just a little bit too for Eternal Fire here. Yes, they've carried 2 weapons through, but stake in this and not force us to potential overtime with Complexity going to 12.
Yeah, 2 safe weapons will give them some options, but it just feels...
or MP9s. Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's not that eternal fire of like, oh, they've played dreadfully, but they just haven't played to the level we expect them, especially on a map like this. XANTARES is looking to open up the round here as he does manage to take down a Liege. YaLLa looking to drive a knife between the shoulder blades of the remaining Complexity members over towards that A bomb site, but not going to be able to convert. YaLLa, however, even though he doesn't have the big green in hand, as a universe, he throws the AK out the map and just tries to kill himself.
Well, credit to Eternal Fire.
Find some problems in this hold from Major and XANTARES. Oh, he's still inside of water. I think his position's known, especially as now that the nade does damage. XANTARES having to push through the Molotov back onto the side to back up his teammate. Major good for one, good for a second as well. On the sidelines, finds a third here with YaLLa picking up one of his own. HaLZerk, scout in hand, now upgrades to the Galil, and that's exactly what we needed from Eternal Fire. A fantastic rotate, a great read. Only 1 round separate these two teams. Complexity 1 round away from securing an overtime in this best-of-1 format. And their money is not looking like a convincing round from them. Potentially expecting this quick push out from main on A from YaLLa, but as of right now, nobody home. Here comes the sprays. He lines them all up, runs dry. A bullet as he's looking for the ace here, and he is indeed going to be able to find it. A great hole to be able to bring Eternal Fire level 11.
Holy YaLLa. Because Eternal Fire, they're on a hot streak. They're on a second wind. They need their star player to arrive. Otherwise, this could be done. This could be over.
Here comes JT. Tries to entry onto the site. Not going to work out in his favor. Nade whiffed there from YaLLa. Usually the person holding these aggressive angles. Watching. Only good for one, but is that enough with the AWP? That is the real question. HaLZerk. There comes a lead. Close angle. Not going to be able to convert on that initial kill. A little bit of chip damage. Grim there to back him up. Needs to be cautious about jumping into heaven here. Going to be backed on up here by HaLZerk with the AWP in hand. 4 versus 3. This retake needs to be clean. Limited util available. A flash and a nade. Close angle from Grim. Not going to be able to convert. A Liege now needs to come up massive on this swing. They don't know he's there. He's picked up 1. Is he going to be able to find the final 2 here as well? Picks off the head of Calyx. And now XANTARES. Nade goes on in. Eternal Fire isn't amazing, but there's still something to be said in round number 24.
And Liege activating. Better late than never. Those 2 kills at the back of the site, which was...
You know that this angle is usually YaLLa's to hold. Instead, YaLLa affording another leading from the front of the pack for Complexity. This is going to have to watch from the sidelines here in round 24. The swing there from Major. HaLZerk taken down out of this round. Floppy going to be able to convert 1 more with the recovered M4. Calyx on the back lines again with the Famous coming out on top as he finds Grim and a Liege. And now it's Floppy, who had a relatively slow start to this game and now is looking to convert 1 more round so we avoid overtime.
Starting back and forth. Time, though, is a 3rd enemy, and YaLLa peeks out with the AWP, nails him, shuts him down, and overtime. 2 of the better teams in Group B, if not the best teams in Group B, going head-to-head, and we go the distance.
I'm so glad this game turned on its head. I'm so glad we got a close one between these 2 teams. It would be a disservice to both of them.
20 kills in each of those maps, and he has been completely absent so far in this one.
A shell of those performances. Instead, he's not even playing entry. You're getting Floppy, you're getting JT going for these initial frags. A little bit split right now. Inside of mid, there's presence. Over towards A, there's even more. The shot there from YaLLa, only connecting through the wall, so not taking down Floppy. And now all 3 CT players coming in through CT. XANTARES, unsure on JT's position, takes down a Liege. Looking for the second. Calyx there, good for the trade. Now on a 3 versus 2. Now on a 2 versus 2. As Calyx comes alive, Grim on the back lines. Hello, takes him down. YaLLa with the shot.
To be a real pain in the backside. Floppy having a much better performance as well, but it's a Liege. That man is only going to be quiet for so long before he activates, and when he does, my God, you better get those body bags ready. Major gets 2, but a Legion with a 4K.
He's looking for the ace here as well. He's on for it with YaLLa. He looks to shut him down. He says, no ace for you today, sir. YaLLa, another frag to his name. Up to 18. Another shot onto Floppy to be able to bring it back down to an AWP v AWP battle once again. YaLLa has no idea where HaLZerk is. He's over towards Cams right now. He spots out the head. The shot is whiffed. Uncharacteristic miss from HaLZerk. YaLLa he's confused. He doesn't know where he is. He's discombobulated, and HaLZerk shuts him down, and full armor and util around it. 2 times in a row is not going to be good for the economy or the health, as a matter of fact. Close angle, though, for YaLLa, as he comes out massive with the backup there from Zentaris. Shot there from Hulzert that whiffs. And wow, what a round to convert on. It doesn't matter. 1 round found there for Eternal Fire. Gonna make it just a little bit harder for Complexity to be able to close this one out. What is this fight? A little bit of a Hail Mary. I'm here for it, but is it the best option? I mean, hell, I'll shut up, because clearly Elige knows what he's doing. Gonna be able to take down Zentaris inside of mid. Primary AWPer. Nordic Nemesis of Eternal Fire. Here comes your flash straight on through. Over towards YaLLa is Grim. They have no clue he's here and there. He's good for 1. Looking for a second as well, and he's good for that also. Bomb is in no man's land, and we've only 35 seconds on the clock. This round is all said and done, as Elige converts onto a 2nd kill.
All 5 players over here looking for the execute.
Going to be Elige on the jail angle this time round with York in hand. Not going to be good for that opening frag. Looks for the no-scope, hits it on YaLLa while completely blind. Bacardia trades it back straight away to Grim. Picking up that AK now.
Yeah, triple stacking over here. They've got a collective utility belt that's going to be able to repel this. And of course, it's all facilitated off the fact the bomb has been dropped outside of jail. So they know it can't be an A-sided play. The only play they have is Hulzert, who's back at CT Swarm watching for the rotation. JT, though, locks it down from Shadow. And this could be the beginning of the end. Calyx next to fall. And the entirety is going to get put straight into the dumpster.